we studied, I'll just give a small recap. It's chemistry today, right? So we studied about, it's just started with carbon. So we studied that carbon has got atomic number 6, mass number 12. It has an electronic configuration of 2, 4. Sorry. Yeah, come in. थोड़ा आगे आओ ना बेटा. इतना मतलब nick off the hour क्यों करना? Do you have classes in the morning also? Morning you have some classes. Then evening you get late because you have a class. Push the door. Leave the handle and just push the door. ठीक है. Evening you get late because you have a class. Morning को क्यों late है? Okay, 2 and 4, right? So we said that the another thing we studied was carbon is tetravalent. Tetravalent means it has got valency of 4. We studied something called, it exhibits catenation, the ability of carbon to self-link with, what happened? No cameras on. Hey, come on, do I need to remind that or what every time?
1 minute.
Yeah. Class at 9 o'clock, the camera should be on. Simple as that. Okay. So it exhibits the property of catenation. Otherwise, see, you need to motivate me also to teach you. It exhibits the property of catenation. Catenation is the property in which a carbon atom links with many carbon atoms to form long chains and long and stable chains. Okay. After that, we also spoke about allotropes of carbon. Allotropes of carbon. And in these allotropes, we studied 2 allotropes. One is graphite, okay, and the other is known as diamond. When we studied about graphite and diamond, typically in structure, we studied that this has got a hexagonal structure. This is what is important. It has got free electrons. As a result, it conducts electricity. Okay? It conducts electricity. Right. Then the diamond structure is tetrahedral. Diamond structure is tetrahedral, and diamond does not conduct electricity. Diamond is the hardest substance that is known to man. Graphite is a very, very soft substance. Okay. Also, graphite are formed in layers, and diamond has. This is all about understanding carbon. This is not organic chemistry. So today we move into organic chemistry. Organic chemistry is the study of all organic compounds. So question comes is, what are organic compounds? Compounds and which are typically found in anything that is living, that may be from the plant family or from the animal family. So there are a vast range of compounds, and they show typical similar behavior depending on their class of compounds. As such, those compounds are studied completely under a separate branch, and that branch of chemistry is known as organic chemistry. Earlier it was a thought that organic compounds cannot be manufactured or made by, synthesizes the word, made by man. Organic compounds are only God gifted, or they come from nature. But after the factory synthesis of urea, okay, urea is a component present in urine in all living organism. Once urea was synthesized in lab, it opened the door that organic compounds can also be, and their study is completely different from what we have studied in inorganic chemistry. This is just a prelude to the chapter. This has nothing to do with organic chemistry. So today we move into organic chemistry, and our organic chemistry, as we start studying organic chemistry in grade 10, which is just the start of organic chemistry, we have to pick up organic chemistry. Means there are millions of class of compounds. So you have to start with a class of compound which is most easy for us to understand organic chemistry, and based on which the study develops. So that class of compound is known as hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons. So hydrocarbons means what? Hydrocarbons are a class of organic compounds, and you will be dealing in grade 10 only with hydrocarbons and some derivative. Are a class of organic compounds that contain only hydrogen and carbon. That's why they are called hydrocarbons. Contain only hydrogen and carbon. Okay, so they are known as hydrocarbons. Now glucose is C6H12O6. Glucose is not a hydrocarbon. Don't say that, sir, because glucose does not contain what you call, glucose contains water, oxygen in it. That's not the reason. Those are not organic compounds. Okay, glucose is not a hydrocarbon. It contains oxygen. The source of hydrocarbon is crude oil, what the world is all fighting for. And the source of crude oil is always decayed organic matter. And when we say decayed organic matter, it is strictly only animals, and can also be, if it is plants, then they are only marine plants. When forests decay and undergo carbonization, they will form coal. Forests do not contribute to crude oil. Crude oil is contributed only by dead animals, organisms, human beings. So every burial ground that you see, you can put a notice board there, dig for crude oil after so many millions of years. Some crude oil will come out. And if any plants are contributing, those are only marine plants, just for knowledge purpose. So we're going to deal with hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are a class of organic compounds, and this class of organic compounds contain only hydrogen and carbon. Is this much okay? Fine. Our study will be all related to hydrocarbons. Okay. Now, these hydrocarbons are further classified into two categories. Today you will learn a lot of things, easy to understand and easy to forget also. So be very careful. Tough nahi hai kuch bhi. Lekin bahut, we will get into means this, into this, into this, into this. They are categorized into two groups, saturated and unsaturated. So we call them saturated hydrocarbons and unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, if you are getting a little bit confused, our story so far is like this. We started our study with something called organic chemistry. So in organic chemistry, we have to study some compounds. So the class of compounds that we study in organic chemistry at a startup is known as hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are the group of compounds which are available from crude oil. That means petrol, naphtha, diesel, kerosene, bitumen, all these aviation turbine fuel, all these are class of LPG, are all hydrocarbons. Okay. Hydrocarbons can be further classified into two categories, which are known as saturated and unsaturated. Have you understood this? Right? So are we in a position to make a hydrocarbon structure? So organic chemistry is all about structure. Remember that. I said it's a class of compound which contains only carbon and hydrogen. So let me introduce one carbon atom. A carbon atom has got 4 valencies in it. These are the 4 valencies. Why 4? 2 and 4, as I told you. So it needs 4 more valencies to be, and those 4 valencies will be fulfilled only by covalent bond only, sharing. So I said we are studying hydrocarbons, so let me bring 4 hydrogens out here. Okay. If you wish to see the structure, carbon has how many electrons, beta? 4 electrons. Hydrogen has how many electrons? 1 electron. So once the bond is formed, hydrogen gets 2 means 1 is original and 1 from carbon. So hydrogen's valence is satisfied, and similarly carbon. Just for one diagram I'll show you, then I'll not show it anymore. This is say the 4 electrons of carbon. Okay, 1, 2, this is 3, and say this is 4. And similarly hydrogen is coming with 1 electron each. So this is say hydrogen's electron. Now start counting. For carbon, how many electrons we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Carbon complete octet. For hydrogen, hydrogen will complete a duplet. So hydrogen has got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Is this fine? And this is a hydrocarbon, and this hydrocarbon is known as CH4. We call this as methane. We will get into these. I'm just telling you methane. What is methane? Anybody who is in Delhi and Mumbai and you have got a piped natural gas service in Delhi, Mumbai, then the piped natural gas that they use is called PNG. Their gas is not like ours. Ours is LPG. PNG. PNG's major component is methane. So methane is the major component of natural gas. Okay? ये पढ़ेंगे ये सब. So fair bit of idea you have understood. Now we're going to study what is saturated hydrocarbon and what is unsaturated hydrocarbon. So what is the class of compounds? The class of compounds are those which have only carbon and hydrogen in them. Where do you derive them from? Crude oil. ठीक है? शुरू करें? So let's go. And let's study now the first thing, which is known as, yeah, why not? Please note down. Let me know when you are done. Anything anyone has to ask here, feel free. Done? Can I go ahead? All of you done? Okay. Chalo. Okay. Yeah. So we are going to study now saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons. Before writing the definition, let us first understand what are saturated hydrocarbons. Saturated hydrocarbons are those hydrocarbons in which there is always a single bond linkage between two carbon atoms. पढ़ा दिया क्या आपके स्कूल में? Oh, very good. You're knowing this. So these are those. We'll see what we mean by that. Those hydrocarbons in which carbon atoms are linked to each other by single bonds. So in other way, we say that carbon-carbon, you will have a single bond. Carbon-carbon, it will be always a single bond. Now let us understand what is single bond and what is double bond. We should understand that also. Otherwise, how would you know what is a single bond, what's a double bond? Deviating from this topic, okay? Deviating from this topic. So I'm going on another slide. So let's understand. Let's take the case of a compound. This is inorganic, okay? This is not organic. Carbon dioxide. Let's see how is the structure of carbon dioxide. So carbon has got 4 electrons with it. These are the 4 electrons of carbon, right? With carbon, who is coming and pairing? Dioxide means 2 oxygens are coming. So let me put an oxygen atom out here. Oxygen's atomic number is 8, which means 2, 6. It has got 6 electrons in its outermost orbit, okay? 6 electrons in its outermost orbit. So let's make it 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is a 5th one, right? And then there is a 6th one out here. These are the 6 electrons of oxygen. Got it? Based on that, little bit I will rearrange carbon just for your understanding purpose. Okay. So let's say this is my carbon atom. I am supposed to have 4 electrons. So these are the 4 electrons of carbon, right? And oxygen has got 6. So I have another oxygen which is coming on this side. This is another oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let's look at the bonding that is taking place. Let's look at the bonding. Now oxygen needs 2 electrons. So this oxygen is 6. It needs 2 electrons. So this is your first bond and this is your second bond. If you count for this oxygen now, it has got 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this oxygen is satisfied, right? Similarly, carbon ko kitna mila? Carbon was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Carbon still needs 2. So there is another sharing which is happening on this side, another sharing happening on this side. So how do I represent this? I represent this in this manner. I write carbon. Every sharing is shown as a bond, right? Every sharing is shown as a bond, bond, OO. This is called a double bond. So those hydrocarbons in which carbon and carbon are linked with a single bond is known as saturated hydrocarbons. Now, why do we use the word saturated? Saturated means all the valencies of carbon have been met up with single bonds only. And in case, so I have a carbon atom, it has got 4 valencies. Now these valencies are met up with single valence, means I won't see a structure where a carbon will have a double bond with anything else, whether it is with oxygen. Anyways, we are studying hydrocarbons. So there's no question of anything other than hydrogen coming up. So the only one who can pair up is hydrogen. So let's pair up hydrogen on this one. Okay, we have paired up hydrogen on this one. Let us introduce a compound which has got 2 carbon atoms, right? Now I have a choice. What is the choice? I can have a double bond between this carbon. How many more bonds are open per carbon? Sir, 2 more bonds are open per carbon. Do you agree? This carbon has got 1, 2, 3, 4 valencies. This is all 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I can have a double bond linkage. In saturated hydrocarbon, this thing is not allowed. Means if you are linking with carbon, you link with hydrogen, then one bond. But in that case, I can have only one compound, which is CH4. Suppose I want to have a compound which has got 3 carbon atoms. That means I have to introduce 3 carbon atoms out here. So let's see. I have to introduce 3 carbon atoms. So my 3 carbon atoms are C, C, C. And I want to have a saturated hydrocarbon, means the other choice I have got is only hydrogen. Now let us see the bonding. So for this particular carbon, I have got 4 valencies. For this carbon, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. For this carbon, I have got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 valencies. Now, how many valencies are open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I fill them up with hydrogen. Now let us go back to our definition of hydrocarbons. What are hydrocarbons? A class of compounds which has got only carbon and hydrogen. Do we have carbon and hydrogen out here? Yes. Then we are studying one sub-branch of hydrocarbons which is known as saturated hydrocarbons. What are saturated hydrocarbons? Those hydrocarbons in which carbon-carbon is linked only with a single bond. So here we do see a carbon-carbon linkage. And this carbon-carbon linkage is a single bond linkage. So whenever you see single bond linkage between carbon and less valencies are filled up with hydrogen, such hydrocarbons are known as saturated hydrocarbon. And this is the property of catenation, where a carbon can link with carbon itself. So my question arises, sir, in this way, you should be able to make as many chain of carbon compounds as you want. Yes. That is the beauty of organic chemistry. Right now, I've taken how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sir, you could have taken 36 also. Yes, why not, my dear? I could have taken 36 also. So, out here, this is a saturated hydrocarbon in which all the carbons are linked with single bond. If you find any carbon-carbon linkage, it has to be a single bond. Bolo, samajh mein aaya? So what are hydrocarbons? Class of organic compounds which have only carbon and hydrogen. Within hydrocarbons, the another class is known as saturated. A saturated hydrocarbon is one in which carbon-carbon linkage is only on single bond. I did not fill up the hydrogens, you can fill up the hydrogens. So as an example, you can draw this, you can draw this also. These are simple ones, you can fill up hydrogen. Right? I'm not writing their names or their formula. In organic chemistry, the formula doesn't make an importance. Means you could have written this as C2H6, but as writing as C2H6 does not make any sense in organic chemistry. The structure is more important. The structure is more important. Is this clear? Okay. So what did we understand? We understood about saturated hydrocarbon. Our next thing is to understand what is unsaturated hydrocarbon. Unsaturated hydrocarbon. These are again those hydrocarbons in which the carbon-carbon linkage is either a double bond or a triple bond. Carbon-carbon linkage is either a double bond or a triple bond. Now, if you see a double bond linkage, carbon's valence is how much? 4. That means for each carbon, 2 have been satisfied, 2 are still open. So, how do we show those 2? You could have said, sir, why didn't you show vertical? We don't show. We show it in this manner. So, 2 valencies are still open. Now, in this case, how many valencies are satisfied? Per carbon, 3 valencies satisfied. So, how many open? 1 open. So 1 open for him, 1 open for him. Is this getting clear now? Now, if you look at this carbon, how many valencies? 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look for this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. Were they able to understand? Which one? Do you understand what is valency? Yeah. So each carbon has got a valency of 4. Now it has to satisfy these 4 valencies. So it has to invite foreign atoms. You are studying hydrocarbons. So the only foreign atom possible is hydrogen. So if you bring hydrogen out here, yes, that is possible. I have got 2 carbon atoms. Each has got how many valencies? 4 valencies. One of the valency they have shared. So how many open now? 3 are open. 3 each. This particular line is actually formed by the overlap of both of them. So 3 open for him, 3 open for him. How do they satisfy? Only hydrogen is possible because you're studying hydrocarbon. Right now, my scenario is different. I have got 2 carbon atoms. How many valencies per head? 4. 4 per head. They said, out of 4, let us satisfy the 2 between ourselves. These are nothing but sharing of electrons. How many can you share? Grade 9. That's why I said your basic has to be clear. Maximum 4 you can share. Right? Maximum sharing is 4, not more than that. Maximum donation is 3. If maximum donation is 3, maximum acceptance should also be 3. And sharing is 4. So carbon has got 4 electrons. First, understand the basic. It needs 4 more electrons. But the rule says that the maximum donation is 3. That means if somebody gives you also, he will give you only 3. But you need 4. So by donation, you won't be able to satisfy your valency. The only way is by sharing. So you look for people who can share with you. So we go to hydrogen. Hydrogen has got 1 and carbon has got 4. So 4 hydrogens come here. Each hydrogen gets 1 electron. Hydrogen is satisfied with 2. Carbon is satisfied with 8. Now why hydrogen is 2? That much depth we can't go. All those are grade 9. Hydrogen's valency is with duplet. If there is a problem, go to my videos, and in last year's video section there's a playlist called Bridging Concepts. There are 6 videos. All these things are explained. That is the reason the stitching was done. And don't think that you have not seen because you have joined this year. The great Pandits who are sitting here also, they have also not seen. You are nothing new. Only thing is that you are in my radar right now. They are not in radar. So they think बच गया, मेरा के ऊपर से चला गया ये. आप अकेले नहीं हो, आपके जैसे बहुत है. लेकिन जिसको पढ़ना है ना, there are some outside students who reply on that particular video, those bridging classes. That's what. It's a public tube well. In your house, you don't feel like drinking like care every day, but thirsty people keep on drinking. Right? So here we have got 3 valencies are satisfied. How many valencies are open? 1, 1. So those hydrocarbons in which we have a carbon-carbon double bond, in which carbon atoms are linked either by a double bond or by a triple bond are known as unsaturated hydrocarbons. You are in, and if you ask me, sir, do you get pleasure teaching our batch? 0. 0 is the pleasure I get teaching your batch. Sir, still why do you teach? क्या करूं? Commitment एक ले लिया ना. Saturated hydrocarbon. This carbon-carbon single bond. Sir, why are you not showing the other valencies? This is not to show valencies. This is just to show that how is the carbon-carbon linkage out here. What about this? This can be a double bond. In this case, it's like this. And in this case, it is. Okay. So hydrocarbons can also form chains. Okay. Now our next discussion. These hydrocarbons can also form chains. And chains, usually the beauty part is they can form long chains, as we have seen. So long is one of the property. You can have long chains, you can have short chains. For example, this is a short chain. The other one that I did with 8 carbon, that is a long chain. 8 is not a long. Long ones are like with 200, 300 carbon atoms. Those are long chain. That's one molecule. Okay. Now when you have, yeah. Can we, what beta? Come again? Yeah, saturated. I'll come to this. Hold the example, go by these structures. We'll come by the example. Okay. If you wanted that example, then you had one CH4, methane. Okay. If you want this, then this is known as ethene, C2H4. Why C2H4? 2 C's and 4 H. And if you want this, then this is C2H2. This is known as ethine. But you won't make any sense now. That's the reason, Shreya, I did not give any examples as of now. We'll come to that. Okay. Hydrocarbons can form chains. These chains can be long, and when these chains can be of two types: straight chain, branched, and then one more called closed chain, or something like a ring. Closed chain, straight chain, branch chain, closed chain. अब इनको समझते हैं पहले, ठीक है? ये interesting है. You can have straight chain, branch chain, and closed chain. Let's see. And it's all about your mathematical ability. Let's see something called straight chain. Straight chain hydrocarbons. Higher classes, these are also called aliphatic hydrocarbons. Aliphatic hydrocarbons. Straight chain. Now, how is the straight chain? Carbon, 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 carbon. So, this is a straight chain hydrocarbon. Got it? And I can put my straight chain. Sometimes they will disguise you. The disguise is like this. This is also straight chain. This is like that garland in your house which you have kept in folded manner. खींच दोगे तो ये straight chain ही है. ठीक है? So this is also straight. Don't think that this is a branch chain. This is not a branch chain. If you elongate it, it will just elongate. ये भी straight chain है. ये branch नहीं है. Clear? Straight chain. Okay, let's see branch chain. So if you want to do a straight chain compound, then you can put H as much as you want. Okay, let's make a straight chain. So this is a straight chain. Let's make a branch chain. Branch is interesting. Branch is, you have a straight chain. From the straight chain, any of the carbon, another branch will come out. Another branch comes out. Sir, how is this different from this? This can be made into a straight one. This cannot be made straight one. Where will you make it straight? If you pull it from these two sides, then this side is the branch. If you pull it from these two sides, this is the branch. If you pull it from these two sides, this is the branch. So this is called a branch chain. This is branched. Now, how do we fill up the valencies? Carbon has to have 4. Now, here it is interesting. 4. 4, 4. For this carbon, this is branch chain. Yeah, all stable. 100%. But silicon does not have this thing. They're all stable. As many as you wish. कैसा बनाना है तुम्हारी मर्जी. Just make sure the mathematics is tallying. No, it's layer नहीं है. It's one compound is this big. ये बहुत छोटा दिखा रहा हूँ. I have shown you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbon atom. There can be 600 carbon atom branching at 32 carbon atom, 186 carbon atom में branching है. Like that. Yeah, it's all stable, safe.
Sir, so these chains are different chemicals.
They're all different. This one and this one. Now see, how many carbon atoms are here, beta? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you agree? 8 carbon atoms. And how many hydrogens out here? So this has got 8 carbon atoms. Very nice question. See how many hydrogen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this is C8H18. Agreed? How many carbon atoms? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is also C8. How many hydrogens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. H18. Is the molecular formula same for both? C8H18. absolutely different class of compound. Structure is different. Therefore, in organic chemistry, this one does not matter. My surname is Rai, and I named my daughter also Aishwarya. That means she does not become the beauty queen Aishwarya Rai. Name does not matter. Structure matters. Whether this structure is similar to that structure or not. Got it? So this is a aliphatic C8. That is the one that we are studying right now. This is a branch C8. Formula is same, but chemical properties, physical properties, totally different. Totally different. Totally different. Got it? हाँ. Strong weak नहीं, ये सब stable है. Strong weak से कम है. This is stable. This is stable. बोला ना, 2 Aishwaryas. This one is also Aishwarya Rai. That one is also Aishwarya Rai. But that one is Abhishek Bachchan wala Aishwarya Rai. This is my daughter Aishwarya Rai. Two are completely different. There's just names are same. Get it? But in inorganic chemistry, there is only one CO2. You don't have two types of CO2. This is the beauty of organic chemistry. The molecular formula has no role. Right? Now, to at least they are same class. This is also hydrocarbon, that is also hydrocarbon. Later you will see same molecular formula. Somebody is a ketone, somebody is a aldehyde. So your structure should be very important. You have to understand this mathematics. How is sir populating this so quickly? You can also populate. Your wish. तुम्हें कुछ बनाना है. Sir, I want to make a carbon chain with 2 types of branching. Okay, this is one branching. I want to branch here also. Very good, branch it. Just satisfy. So yeah, that's done. Satisfy. 2 branchings. Sir, I want to create another line here also. Your wish. You create. Got it? So do you understand what is straight and branched? Is straight and branched clear with you? Next, let's see closed chain. Closed chain. Closed chain will be forming ring-like structures. Closed chain. Carbon, 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 carbon. The structure is like that of a pentagon. Structure is like that of a pentagon. But we have to satisfy, satisfy the valencies. So satisfy. Let's start. देखता हूं, can you do it or not? How many valencies satisfied? 2. So how many open? How many satisfied? So there's like Bugs Bunny, 2 open. Bugs Bunny, Bugs Bunny, Bugs Bunny. Right? What will come up here? Hydrogens will come up here. Right? Right. Let's make one more structure. How many satisfied? So how many open? These are called closed chain. ठीक है? Or ring-like structure. Deliberately changing the screen, you try to make on your own. Try to make one square wala carbon banao. Make one square. Carbon, 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 carbon. Now satisfy the valencies. Clear? हाँ, ठीक है. As you make, I'm writing once again. Saturated, unsaturated. In this entire class, I can have straight, branched, and I can have a ring or closed chain. Closed chain. Clear so far? डायमंड तो हाइड्रोकार्बन है ही नहीं बेटा. डायमंड ऑर्गेनिक नहीं है. डायमंड इनऑर्गेनिक चीज है. वो जो पढ़ा था ना, वट एवर वी हैव स्टडीड सो फार, बात किया आज ये मार्च, अप्रैल, मई. व्हाट इज द डेट टुडे? 27. सो 87 डेज में मुंह खोल दिया. यस, 87th डे में ही हैज ओपन्ड हिज माउथ. बात तो किया ना आज. ठीक है. एक को बलिदान देके घर जाना पड़ा, वो अलग बात है. एक आदमी खून बहाता है तो बहुत कुछ अच्छा होता है. इसलिए बहुत कुछ. कितना लोग बात कर रहा है आज. डायमंड ऑर्गेनिक नहीं है बेटा. वो इनऑर्गेनिक में आता है. ग्राफाइट इज इन इनऑर्गेनिक. वी डोंट स्टडी दैट. वी स्टडी दोज एज forms of carbon. वहां कार्बन को पढ़ रहे थे. Why were we studying those? Because whatever we study in organic, carbon is present. So to understand carbon is very important. Here it will be only carbon, hydrogen, carbon, hydrogen. And whatever you are getting here are all from crude oil. Okay? Is this clear? Now, yeah, please. Such, unsat, both. You can, okay, she wants to make for unsaturated. Let's make carbon, double bond, carbon. Now, how many valencies satisfied? Huh? This carbon, two valencies satisfied, one open. So one more should be open. Can you fill up? For this carbon, 3 are gone, 1 open. For this 2 are gone, 1 open. 3 are gone, 1 open. 3 are gone, 1 open. For this is unsaturated straight chain. But here our friend says, sir, why don't I include something more? Your wish. Who says no? 3 satisfied, 1 open. 3 satisfied, 1 open. This is what? This is the branched for unsaturated. First one which I showed was straight for unsaturated. This is branch for unsaturated. Sir, show me a ring for unsaturated. We can make a ring also for unsaturated. But I just kept it because I wanted to teach it when I teach something else. Okay. This is very interesting. Okay. How many valencies satisfied? 3. 1 open. How many satisfied? 3. 1 open. How many satisfied? 3. 1 open. How many satisfied? 3. 1 open. 1 open. 1 open. This is a ring type of. Don't break your head. We will come back to all these things. Unsaturated can also have straight branched ring. Saturated can also have straight branch ring. Why are you teaching all these things? As I told you, molecular formula does not make any importance. You have to know structures. Only when you know structures, you will be able to identify original Aishwarya or general Aishwarya. समझ में आया? इसलिए structure. She asked the question that is this applicable only for this? For both they are applicable. For both they are applicable, and I just showed some example. Anyways, we will be making this many more number of times. So don't worry and don't break your head if you have not copied it right now. हाँ sir बोलिए.
Why do those the top two carbons not have a double bond but the next?
Which one? Which top 2 double bonds? Which one?
The top two carbons and the top right, they have a single bond.
Which one? Here, this one structure or this? This one? Yeah, in this structure, what do you want to do? Tell me.
So how come those two carbons have a single bond? Then the rest have double bond.
Which one? That is how the structure ultimately all valency has to be satisfied, na? If you make all with carbon, then that is the carbon does not come as, if you make all as double bonds, it does not work out. Carbon does not link with only C. You don't get something called a C2 in the universe. My dear, you don't get this. You said, sir, between carbon, I'll make 4 bonds. ये नहीं होता है. It's not possible. Neither do you get, how do you make it? 4. That's not possible. ठीक है? Okay. कुछ और. Something more interesting now. This will take time. It will take a little bit of time. धीरे, if you start studying, it will get into your skin. Don't worry. Sat unsat. Sat unsat can be straight branch ring, right? Now let's go more deeper. Saturated hydrocarbons have got a name. Their name is alkane. Alkane. Observe the suffix "ane." Ane. They are like the Malhotras. All will be Malhotra. Swati Malhotra, Pankaj Malhotra, Anil Malhotra. इनके सारे खानदान का नाम ऐसा होगा. ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, petrol. Abroad countries it is sold as octane 91, octane, right? So you have to understand this. These are known as, and now it will get clear to you, don't worry. So they are known by the name alkanes, okay, alkanes. Now question arises, sir, how are you naming these alkanes, not naming these alkanes, populating this series of alkane? So alkanes are a class of hydrocarbons which have only single bond between them. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons, if saturated, are only alkanes. Alkanes are saturated hydrocarbons. Alkanes have a general formula. Now you have to understand something called general formula. General formula. Like say, for example, in our apartments, what is the general formula of the towers? The general formula of the towers are G plus 19 floors, G plus 18 or G plus 19. That's the general formula. With that formula, 10 flats per floor, we are having different towers. So there's a general formula for this family. The general formula for this family is CnH2n plus 2. CnH2n plus 2, where n is equal to number of carbon atoms. Now see, see, number of carbon atoms. This is known as N, right? And this is say serial number. Look, let us look at the first family where we will have one carbon atom only, And we have here what is known as the alkane member. One carbon atom only. How many valencies? Who will come and fill? Why hydrogen? Sir, hydrocarbons. Can you write this? Are these two not same? This is the general formula. CnH2n plus 2. So it is CH4. Understood? Now we'll do reverse. Let's take two carbon atoms. CnH2n, 2 into 2, 4, plus 2, 6. So it should be H2 into 2 plus 2, means this should be C2H6, right? We go reverse now. We go reverse. Two carbon atoms, and we are doing alkane. So only single bond is allowed. This is a saturated hydrocarbon. How many valencies open? These many. Fill them with hydrogen. Okati, rendu, moor, nalgu, aidu, aru, 6. Matches. C3 should have how much? 3 2s are 6 plus 2, 8. Pass ho gaya, seekh gaya chemistry. If it is C9, nonane. C9 means 9 to 18 plus 2, 20. C9 means H20 it will be. You can make and see. Acha, what did we get with C8? Remember? C8, H18, not this one. This one, C8, H18. Cn, H2n16 plus 218. Clear? Did you understand? Acha. Since we are studying these, we'll understand a little bit of naming also. They are the class of compounds who will end with ane. Ane. Now, based on the count of carbon, based on the ane, based on the count of carbon, so this is the suffix, you will have a prefix also. Now, this is important. If your count is 1, the prefix is meth, 2, eth, 3, prop, 4, but, 5, pent, 6, hex, 7, hept, 8, oct, 9, non, 10 dec. Then 12 can be dodecane, tridecane, tetradecaine, pentadecane. उतना जरूरत नहीं, एटलीस्ट यहां तक तो आपको आना चाहिए. Till hept, at least you should know. So the first member of the alkane series will be known as methane, Swati Malhotra. Then comes ethane, Pankaj Malhotra. Then comes Sunil Malhotra, propane. Then comes butane. So can we quickly see our alkane series? फटाफट से देखते हैं, आ जाओ. Alkanes. Alkanes are CN H2N plus 2. General formula. Carbon atoms and member. Okay? And let's say we also keep the formula just for you, just for your purpose. Formula. So carbon atom 1, member is known as methane. Formula CH4. Carbon atom 2, ethane. Formula C2H6. Carbon atom 3, propane, C3H8. Carbon atom 4, butane, the major constituent of LPG. All we in Hyderabad, we are cooking with this only. C4H10. Okay? Carbon atom number 5, pentane, C5H12. बस इतना होने से हो गया. 6, hexane, C6H14. H14. One thing only I'm saying out here, which we will come again, which we will come in next class. If you see the difference out here, difference. So let's do the difference. C2H6 minus typical algebra CH4, H4, H2, C2, CH2. Understood? This is the difference. The difference here is CH2. If you see the difference between these two also, it will be CH2. 8 minus 6, 2, 3 minus 2, 1. If you see the difference between these two also, CH2. If you see the difference between these two also, CH2. If you see the difference between these two also, CH2. Which gives you an interesting observation to make your structures. Just see. This is the structure of ethane. If you want to make the structure of propane, make ethane and just insert one CH2. If you want to make the structure of butane, introduce one more CH2. If you want to make the structure of pentane, introduce one more CH2. This looks more complicated. Let us make it more easy. CH3, CH3. What is this, children? CH3, CH3. Ethane. CH3, CH3. Right? This is nothing but this. Have you understood? We'll do next class also, don't worry. This is ethane. Sir, I want propane. So in childhood, we used to make garlands, you know. Somebody makes small garland. You want to make bigger garland. So 2 more bunti flowers you have to insert. Each marigold is a CH2. So insert. CH3, CH3, stand apart. Fill one CH2 propane. Count C3H8. Sir, I don't like propane. I will make a much more bigger garland. CH3, CH2. Put one more marigold flower. CH2, CH3. This is butane. Just see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, 5. C4H10, C4H10. Very easy. You have to understand the mathematics. Once you know this, and once you know this, it's all easy. Between methane and ethane, what is the difference? CH2. Between ethane and propane, CH2. Between methane and propane, 2 CH2 groups have to be inserted. Between ethane and say hexane, ethane and hexane, then we have to have 1, 2, 3 CH2 groups have to be inserted. बस हो गया, और क्या ही करना है? घर पे जाके try कीजिए. So today what all did you learn? You learned hydrocarbon, you learned saturated hydrocarbon, you learned unsaturated hydrocarbon. Then in saturated, you learned the saturated class of hydrocarbon is called a alkane. You learned alkane's general formula. You also saw that any two consecutive members differ only by a CH2 group. Then you also learned something that in hydrocarbons, they can be either straight chain, branch chain, or closed or ring chain, rings as we call it, closed chain or ring. Okay? Our next class we have to see, when we go into our next class, we will see that this is known as alkane, and in this there will be two families, alkene, alkyne. You remember this girl asked me some examples. This girl asked me some examples. It's there, it's here only. Wait. But this is gone. It is there, 100%. I wrote the names. Did I wipe it out? Yeah, see. Alkane, malhotras, khannas, ine, enes. This family will be known as ethene, propene, butene, ethine, propine, butane, ethane, propane, butane, ene. That means what you have to learn is, you have to learn general formula for this also, general formula for this also. But again, easy, but so much not today. So you know the general formula of this, we'll see the general formula of this, and the beauty part will be here also. Between butane and propine, the gap will be CH2 only. Nature is very weird. And between butene and propene also, the gap will be CH2 only. This is very interesting. And this is not only with hydrocarbons. When we study alcohols, then also it will be same. तो बहुत कुछ पढ़ना है. चलिए आज इतना में रखते हैं.